Yeah, that's right. Hello, everybody. This is Shannon with another edition of Tech Talk here from Alabama's 13th. And today we were looking at a wonderful, cool, high-tech smartphone. And it is the LG G2, which I'm looking for a G2 on its box, and I don't see it, but it comes with this cool color scheme on it. But this is the G2. This is the box it comes in. And I'm recording this intro right now on the G2, and to give you a look at how the video looks. And let's take a look at around the area as I do a slow pan. You can see the quality. I'm recording this in full HD, 30 frames a second, although you have an option to do full HD with 60 frames a second on this phone. But I decided to go 30 frames a second. It's pretty much all we need anyway, right? But anyway, hey, an initial look at our feel and initial opinions of the phone. I think it's probably one of the highest spec, best spec phones out there, with a quad-core CPU, great camera, all kind of bells and whistles with this phone. So let's look at those details right now. The LG G2 for Verizon, and here it is. Yeah, it's a big phone. Look at that. Oh, like sitting in my hand, sort of. Yeah, it takes up my whole hand. It's a large phone, let's say, but it's probably one of the best spec'd phones I've ever tested. And I'm gonna tell you right now why it is. So here's a look at the outside of it. It's got no buttons on the left, a charging port with a little speaker on the bottom, and a headphone jack. No buttons on the right and nothing on the top. Wow, why is that? Where are the buttons on this thing? Well, they're on the back. Here's the back of it, and as you can see, you have your camera with flash, and here are the buttons here, the control buttons, the main control buttons. Volume up and down, and the power button is right there in the middle. Power button. And that's it, LG in the back, and that's about it. So the phone itself has kind of a tapered kind of edge on it right here that kind of tapers in. So it feels pretty good in the hand, although it's fairly large. But yeah, it's unusual. Since we're on the button topic, or looking at it, I've had a hard time controlling the button with my finger back here. I'm used to pressing something on the sides, you know. So for those not used to a button on the back of a phone, it may be a little hard to, and it may take some time to get used to. And the volume control was the worst for me. When I'm trying to control something, it's hard to get my finger back there to try to run the control. But that was one of the few complaints I had on this phone. But it'll take some time and to get used to the buttons on the back right here to control the volume and power. Look at the specs real quick on this. It's a 5.2 inch. Let's turn it on. Oh, and one thing you can turn it on without the power button is do the knock-on function, which is press it twice. Oh. Boom. There it is. Beautiful screen. It's got a 5.2 inch 1080p full HD display running at 423 ppi. This phone has a 2.26 gigahertz quad-core CPU inside of it. The fastest I've ever tested, and I've ever seen actually. A 2.26 gigahertz. I mean, you kind of hear that in desktops, but that's what this phone has running in it. 2 gigabyte RAM. Comes in 16 gigabyte or 32 gigabyte internal storage options for you. It's got a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash. And what's cool about this camera, which I think it's awesome, is the optical image stabilization. So when you are out taking pictures and stuff, and you're moving around, blah, 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 this will keep it pretty steady on whatever you're shooting. Pretty nice. I mean, I can't display it right now, but if you check it up and check some demos on the optical, on the OIS, there you go, kind of function, it's pretty cool. It keeps it pretty steady when you're taking pictures or video. Let's see, the camera does record 1080p high definition video at 30 frames per second, or there's an option to go to 60 frames per second on this phone. Really nice, I like that. 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera right up here. Oh, and I touched it twice, it went off. Running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. Has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. That is rather large for a phone, and but hey, it's got a lot of power. So I like the feathers when you move the screen. Feathers go up. That's really cool. This phone was released in September 2013. My pros on this phone would be the camera. It is a great camera. It takes awesome videos. You saw the intro of this report, and you'll see the outro too. The display is awesome display, running at 423 ppi. Very, very sharp, full HD screen. It has the Q slide on it. Q slide is a function on here. Let's here, I bring up some videos here. There's one video there, and the Q slide is this little slider right up here, and it makes it, if I can get it right, it makes it either opaque, you see, kind of going invisible, or I'm trying to shoot this through my camera too, or all the way full. So that's the Q slide function. It kind of goes away so you can have an app over another app without losing what you want to do. So you see there's maps, and there's the video on top of it, and I can bring the video in and you can play it, whatever, right there. So really cool function that LG has put on this phone called the Q slide. Also, you have a clip tray. Clip tray is, let's go home, and if let's get rid of that here, exit out. If you do apps, and if you want to do, let's go back. Want to do messaging, and you want to type something up. So hello there, and you want to highlight the road. With function here, you can do clip tray right here, and it brings up extra stuff like photos and stuff. You can almost basically like a clip. You can put the photos, choose them, boom, put them right into your message right there. Pretty easy, pretty nice. I like it. What else? It's got the quick remote on it. Let's go to that. It's got quick remote. Let's go down. Up here, quick remote. Hit that. Oh, turn it on. And there's quick remote. And this thing has an IR blaster on it. It's got infrared on it. And you can control your TV. You can control all kind of different things in this thing. I don't know if it gives you a choice, but you can make it to where it can control your TV right from this phone. Really, really cool. And the knock on, which I showed you earlier. Boom, boom, twice off, twice on. How cool is that? Doesn't have, you don't have to worry about the power button back here trying to find it. So there you go. I hope this you enjoyed the review. Hoping on hitting on most of the main points of this awesome phone. If you like Android, looking for a new phone, I tell you, you can't go much further. You can't go wrong with this phone. It's got everything going for it, and really one of my favorite ones I've ever reviewed. So there it is, the LG G2 for Verizon.
Well, I appreciate you watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the review. Gave you some insight of this cool phone, the G2. As always, you can catch me up on Twitter. I'm at ShannonALA13. Also, all the Tech Talk reviews go on our station website. That's alabamas13.com/Tech Talk. And also, I'll put my reviews on YouTube. You can check out the Alabamas 13 channel on YouTube and see the latest Tech Talk and other cool stuff that I'm putting on there as well. So, appreciate it, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And if you have any questions, comment, please send them my way. Love to hear from you to maybe pick up a new device that you guys request to have reviewed. I would be more than happy to do that. So until next time, yeah, that's right.